Hey everybody, it's Brian with the VIP Soundcheck, and I am honored to have with me today Jani and Katja Stefanovic, and they are from Silence the Echo. And guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
our pleasure.
Absolutely. And I should mention you're coming all the way from Finland. We're having this conversation. So, how's everything going there today?
It's like winter season, but very, very weird winter this year. Ups and downs, cold and melting away. So not the typical nice snowy skiing season. So yeah.
Nice. Now, you guys, I should mention you're a married couple, and you started this band not too long ago. I know so far you've released two songs. So, So I don't know how long you've been married, but has this been part of the plan the whole time to get together and to do a band together?
Yeah, we've been married since 2010, so I think it's our 15th anniversary this year,
Congratulations.
later in the fall. But yeah, we both come from a musical background, and I think I've been doing stuff on my part before we met, and she has done her stuff, and that's sort of how we got together through music in the beginning. And then, yes, somewhere there in the back of our minds, we have had this goal or wish that we could do something together. And yeah, that it's a sort of long process towards that, this Silence the Echo, um, I would say. Yeah.
Awesome. And one of the things when I first found you guys was, of course, your song Into Serenity on YouTube. And I found the video and I thought, man, this is cool. And I was like, wait a minute. That sounds familiar as I was listening to the words. And you guys pulled it right out of Psalm 91. And I thought that was incredible how you were able to take the Psalms, put the metal to the music to it, and it was beautiful. And so what was it that, you know, put the Holy Spirit telling you guys, hey, this is how I want you to serve me. It's through the gift of music that I gave you.
Yeah, I just wrote the lyrics because this psalm is very dear to my heart and it speaks to me a lot. So I really, and yeah, the world is now going, a bit crazy. And it's very important to know that you have peace and you have the serenity with God. And for me personally, yeah, it's very important psalm, and I really want to, live it even more and to get the revelation about it even more.
Sure.
You will not fear the terror, nor the arrow that flies by. He will save you from the fowler's lair. With his purpose and serenity, he's faithful. 1,000 may fall at your side, but will I come near and trample the serpent?
Now, one of the things that again drew me to it, and I've always loved when you've got the metal with the female fronted vocals because I think it just blends perfectly. And you've got that power that I really enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me when I was watching it a little bit of like Sharon Denadel from Within Temptation. And then from a music standpoint, I heard some Spirit Box kind of similar sounds to it. So I thought that was cool how you guys merged that. Who are some of the other influences from a musical standpoint that have affected you guys?
I think you mentioned a couple of those right from the bat. Not that we want to make anything that like particularly sounds like Within Temptation or Spirit Box, but not to shy away from what's inspiring us musically in today's market. So Spirit Box is definitely one. Within Temptation, I would say the latest album in particular, the production and everything. But then you have like other bands like Dayseeker and Architects in some way. You have a band called Never Tell and there's a lot of bunch of these more modern type of metal, I would say. These modern day productions, handwriting of Zach Cervini or the guys who's mixing bands like I Prevail and those type of bands. Very modern and heavy with the heavy breakdowns and I would say that's the metalcore part meeting a more pop electronic side of things. So we want to, yeah, contemporary and modern in some way. Yeah.
Nice. And Yanni, you had mentioned that you'd been a part of a number of different bands. And Katya, I think you had mentioned that you had also done some music beforehand. Were you always drawn to metal, both of you, or did you have different musical tastes before coming together?
Well, I grew up listening with Houston, Mariah Carey, that kind of singers. So pop music and soul R&B it has been very dear to my heart, but also metal. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm more the old school metal guy here. Like since I was 10 years old or 9 years old, listened to Iron Maiden and all the hair metal bands and everything, and it progressed into more heavy music. And so my sort of musical career has always been metal in some type of form or shape. But I do love to listen to a broad variety of different genres and everything.
Sure.
And I think in our whole household, there's a lot of music naturally. Um, so yeah, a wider range of different music styles. But
Nice.
I
Whatever
love
you're
to
feeling
play,
that day.
yeah. But when I create music, I love to play like down low tuned guitars and heavy stuff.
Sure. Now, when you are writing a song, and again, we mentioned that you pulled that one directly from Psalm 91 for Into Serenity. Did you start with the word, or did you start with more of a concept musically and then fit the word into it? How did that come about?
Well, I was just, Yanni did the most of the, guess I'm
The arrangement and the composition.
yeah. Then I was just listening the song and trying to, listening to the Holy Spirit, what would, you know, just like fit into this song and fit into my spirit and to my heart. And I also I want to write the lyrics the way that I can stand with the lyrics so that I can sing about something that speaks to me and has, you know, our cat is walking.
Wants to be part of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I just felt that it just came and it started to feel like this would be it. This yeah, this sounds good here.
Yeah, and I think some of the songs are quite old at this point. So it's like some of the songs, the older songs, uh, where Serenity is one of them, is more like I had the sort of core structure of the music, and then she did her part on top of that. But now, as we have progressed along, it's more like a collaboration where she might have the whole idea in her head, and we sort of try to implement that into actual song, and then it can be from a lyrical snippet or idea or a song melody, and we work it so it differs from song to song. Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
And then the other song I saw the video was Through the Dark. And that one I really kind of hit me because like you had mentioned, Katya, we're kind of the world's going a little crazy right now. And that's what I was pulling from that is as dark as the world is, it's like let Christ shine. And it's almost like the worse it gets, the more that people are drawn to the truth of him. Um, Am I on the right path of what that song means, or is there something else deeper to that?
You hear the sound of disasters, the moan of feel the agony in the air. We have lost our way. Finally, lying in you, spirit of truth, feed your poison, destroy your soul. Turn your gaze into my eyes. The world's getting darker, but a shining.
Yeah, you are on the right path. And the main thing in this song is also that whatever happens around you, that you just keep your eyes focused in Jesus, and that, you know, the darker it gets, you just keep looking at his eyes and listening to his voice. And yeah.
Yeah, the world might crumble around you, but as you keep your focus on what really matters,
Yeah.
you won't be shaken in the storm, so to speak. You can be like Jesus sleeping in the boat.
Exactly.
So yeah.
I'm usually more like the apostle, drowning and freaking out.
Yeah,
Call it out to me. I
I
need
know.
you.
yeah,
No, I love the fact that you guys were unashamed and just, hey, this is for Christ and this is coming through here. And I think the beautiful thing with, the world that we have today, technology, somebody like me in America and people around the world can hear that message. And it might be somebody who doesn't know Christ yet and they simply love the music. And that kind of plants a seed. So how does that feel to know that, God is using you to further his kingdom through this way?
Yeah, well, that's totally what we desire. That not everybody knows the Lord, but that's okay. I believe that our music could reach those people also, and if they like the music, they like the music, and maybe it will speak to their hearts and give them hope, and you know.
yeah. I think sort of it serves a purpose for everyone, like the ones who do believe, but can be sort of strengthening or give
Yeah.
them courage or like just upliftment, because we all have our struggles and difficulties, and that's tends to differ where you draw that sort of lifeline from.
Sure.
We have our faith, and that's very important to us, but also to reach the ones who don't know anything about this, and it's sort of stretching out the possibility that, yeah, we might have a solution.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now I know like the Scandinavian countries, you guys have been known for metal for years.
Mhm.
So how has the reaction from people, how have you guys been welcomed as believers into the metal community?
I think we're quite at the beginning still, and sort of trying to find our place, I think. So far, the feedback has been very positive, and quite little backlash, if you will, like
Okay.
criticizing that we are so outspoken or anything of that. So we anticipated a lot more, because we do live in a very humanistic part of the world where it's very secular
Yeah.
and sort of outside of the norm to speak about faith in general, but specifically about a faith in Jesus Christ. I mean, more Eastern philosophies are more accepted.
Okay.
Uh, that's just cool for you, and you have found your, I don't know,
Inner peace or
inner
something.
peace and mindfulness and all that. That's just cool. But if you speak about Christianity, then it's a very, very harsh like climate. But
Yeah.
regardless of that, I think we have been quite fortunate. Maybe it's that like the music is good, perhaps. So they might look through or beside that, or I don't know. But yeah, just happy where we are at the moment, and hopefully it will grow stronger.
Absolutely. And the music is good. It's awesome. I could say that with certainty. You
Thank
guys
you.
sound phenomenal. I mean, that was what caught my attention was the music. And then I was like, wait a minute. It kind of
Mm.
started realizing what you were singing about. And that's what made me really a fan.
Yeah, all right.
So that's fantastic. Now,
Cool.
going from being in, and you both have done other musical projects before you got together as Silence the Echo. How different is it being a married couple in a band together than what you've done previously? I didn't open up
It's,
Pandora's box with that, did
it can be, a lot of great moments, really easy, straightforward, but it can also, in honesty, be, we're very much together if we work in this, like you have the home stuff and then you work with the music together. At times we do clash. And
but still not so much.
nah, yeah,
I believe we have so much fun when we do music together, and yeah, we really enjoy it.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's very easy for us somehow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are couples I have heard a lot of time that they can't work together. It's
Yeah, like
just
it's impossible.
impossible
Yeah.
to work. But we have, I think, cliche, but I think this is something that we are meant to do
Yeah,
together. Besides raising a child, and but really, if we're looking for a purpose in life, I think this is one of those that because mostly, I mean, most of the time, it's really just enjoying what we do, and awesome that we can share that passion together.
sure.
Because that's also one side that you hear. Well, the husband or the wife has the musical career, and the other part is like outside of that, sure, living and supporting maybe, but we really share the passion
Yeah,
together and strive for the same goals, and yeah,
that was for me one main thing that for God, like my husband needs to be a musician in a way because I love music, and this is so big part of my life that I really want to share it with my husband. So
yeah.
nice.
So
So
we
it's
are,
almost like Silence the Echo is almost like an extension of your marriage, of your love together.
yeah, actually, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
And I've seen that particularly with Christian rock and metal bands that's worked really well. I think a Skillet, you
yeah,
know, John and Corey Cooper. I've got friends of mine here in the US, These Beautiful Ruins. They're a newer Christian metal band and they're husband and wife.
all
And
right,
it's interesting because when asked them the same question, it was very similar answer.
all
They're like,
right,
it's 99% of the time it's a great thing, but that 1% of the time it's not bad. It's
yeah,
just you're together all the time.
yeah,
Sometimes they're like, we just need to take a little walk.
yeah.
yeah,
But it's like this just brief moment, like we disagree on something, and then
we
most,
sort of find
yeah, we
the
find the path,
way. Yeah.
and
Okay.
most often is like, okay, you were right.
Now, do you have to sometimes, and I know this may sound kind of weird, but sometimes you have to almost take off your hat as husband or wife and look at it strictly as bandmate, or is it always kind of through the marital eye lens that you look?
I think it sort of comes natural that we think not as a married couple and not
Yeah.
as an individual, but at what's best for the song and the band and the
Okay.
sound.
Yeah.
So it sort of just falls into place that like there's no power struggles or anything like this is my vision or this is my really working towards the best possible end results, I'd say. Yeah.
Mm.
We've
Nice.
been doing this so long with different setups, and so I think there's some level of professionalism or something that has evolved throughout the years. So yeah, it's mostly very straightforward and easy to work, I'd say. Yeah.
Sure. Now, one of the things I noticed, and I've got a few friends from Sweden that are in bands, and I've talked to them about, I've noticed that I think there's a lot more, and I'm curious if it's similar in Finland. Growing up, they have a much more of a focus on music education than, say, we do here in the US. Because it seems like everybody there is an insanely talented musician that I
Mm.
come across. Is that the case in Finland? Is there a very high emphasis put on music education?
Well, I could add in that I was born in Sweden, and
Okay.
I've lived there most of my life. I actually moved to Finland because of her. So I was born and raised in Gothenburg, but I think the school system and everything is very similar. So there's like musical classes from a very early age in school, like the basics on guitar and piano and drums and stuff and other more boring instruments. But yeah, I think it's seen in at very early stages in life, I think.
Nice. I think we could learn a lot from you guys from that standpoint. I wish we had that here more.
Okay.
But so you've got the two songs with the videos out now. What's next for you guys? Are you working on new music that's going to be releasing soon or?
So,
Yes, it's coming.
Probably can't divulge too much yet.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, but yeah, you can explain.
Yeah, we actually have a full length of songs done and ready.
Okay.
So this is sort of just building up the hype phase, so to speak, to release a few singles alongside with music videos, and it's a very saturated market. So if we were to just release the album at once, it would be like just vanish in a couple of
Yeah,
weeks, I think. So our strategy has been to just release singles and just build up the attention or prolong the attention span, if you will. But in the middle of all this, we would have released our third single yesterday, but that was now postponed because of, well, first off, my mom's passing,
yeah.
but then also because we're in the middle of negotiations,
Okay.
possible collaborations, and nothing is definitive at the moment, and we're not sure if we're gonna jump on any of those possibilities, but we wanted to take a look and examine those just to be sure if that's the right plan for us. So that's why there's a bit of a delay as well. But
Sure.
there are like a full length ready of songs, and we actually have songs for the upcoming as well. Not done, but like skeletons of songs. So
Okay.
we're, I think we're at a good place at the moment, and a long span of releases ahead of us.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Now, are you guys planning on any tours or live shows coming up?
we hope so. We hope so for sure.
Get you on a US tour, bring you over here. That'd be fantastic.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
Very cool. Now, before we go, I want to ask you guys, obviously, as you both mentioned, you feel that, and without a doubt, God brought you together for multiple reasons. One of which, of course, is music and to serve Him. If you could, and I know it's kind of hard to project, but what is your goal for the band? Like, what, if you could say, hey, this is what we want to leave as our legacy as a band, what would that be?
Well, I really wish that our music would touch people's hearts, and that we could bring God's presence into this earth. And I just think in a way that we just walk step by step with God, and He's the leader and He will lead us where He wants us to take us. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think we just want to follow what we have been felt like as a calling in our hearts. And like at a worldly, secular viewpoint, it's not maybe best strategic move to have very religious content. When you think about record labels and what sells records and whatnot, it's very saturated with, hatred and
Mm.
aggression and black, dark themed, and we're quite the opposite of everything of that. We sort of stand for love and upliftment and not gloomy darkness, and so, but we just want to leave that. It's out of our hands and follow what we feel like is a calling upon us. And then it might be that the doors is not opening as we would have wished, but the correct doors will be open for
Exactly.
whatever that may turn out to be like. So we're just excited to be on this journey, and yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
we just do the music and let Him lead us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's amazing. And no doubt that it's going to continue growing. I mean, you guys are already growing. Your fan base around the world, I can attest to that, is it's exciting to see where God's going to take you. And I think the wonderful thing, you guys just keep plowing forward. And more than anything, you're going to hear those beautiful words, well done, good and faithful servant. And that's what we all are striving for. So
Mm.
just want to encourage you guys, keep it up. I love it. I played it. My dad was loving it. He was jamming to your video. So and
Okay.
everybody I played it for has absolutely loved it. So uh,
Cool.
keep it up. And I'll be more than happy anytime you guys come out with new music to share it with folks and let them
Yeah.
know to check you out. And with that in mind, where can fans follow you guys online at?
We have the our Instagram account, Silence the Echo Official. Then we have Facebook and uh, well, yeah, TikTok, which we're not so used to use. We're too old.
I'm in the same
Too
boat. I'm like, what do
busy
I do with
also.
this?
Yeah, we,
But
we, we don't have time for that so much.
yeah, but we were told that it's important, so we have a TikTok account.
Exactly.
But then obviously all the digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and whatever they might be that people prefer. We are planning on releasing a physical CD at the end of all this,
Awesome.
and merch bundles and everything like that. So we're just building up the hype at the moment.
Very cool. Well, Jani Katja, thank you so much. This has been a blessing talking with you guys. And everybody out there, be sure I'll put the links down below so you can find their stuff very easily. Show them some love. When the new music's coming out, make sure that you save it on Spotify. All those things really help an artist. So, by all means, we'll let you know when it's coming out. But again, guys, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to say to fans before we sign off?
Well, stay listening our music and God bless you all.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I want to reiterate that to you all again. Thank you guys for joining us. We love you all. God bless and rock on.